Been about a month since I upgraded to the Oculus Quest 3 from the HTC Vive, and honestly, in my personal opinion, I think the upgrade is absolutely worth it. So let me tell you exactly why that is. So this is the original box that it comes in with the HTC Vive. Now, to give you an idea really quick, let me just compare it with the Oculus Quest. So the jump from the HTC Vive box, to the Quest is such a big upgrade that, like, first of all, you don't gotta worry about cables. So that's a big plus. And the fact that there's so many cables you got to worry about, you might trip on them or whatever it might be. There's like 3 cables connected on you, like at all times or whatever it might be. One's through your legs, one's like, it's like powering a whole power plant with these HTC Vive. So now that I upgraded and I don't have to worry about cables, it's such a big plus. Let me just open it up really quick just so you can get an idea what you're working with. That's the thing, that's the actual headset. Not necessarily comfortable in the best way I can explain it, but it does a job. For the first like generation of virtual reality, I'm like, it does a job. It did everything that you're supposed to. It's like the best intro you can get to virtual reality, which is like, this is my first headset. So for like my first step or my first like walk with virtual reality, it's the best way to like get yourself into it. But it is a hassle. Now, the sensors, these are supposed to go mounted on your wall, which I don't know if you can see the hole anymore, but those little holes, that's where this used to be at. So that was kind of a pain in the ass. And how it works is you plug this thing, hold on. Oh shit, my nail. So you plug this thing in on the wall and move it around, blah, 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 all these things, all that stuff. So they just hang out that corner and that corner as well. They're kind of just vibing, but they're just there to track your movement and that kind of thing and stuff like that. So what I will say is, for the most part, the controller and the like everything else, it is pretty accurate because of the like sensors that you're using and all that stuff. But you also have to plug each sensor individually, which comes another thing that you have to worry about. So in the end, you'll probably have like 8 cables connected all together just to run the VR. And then you also have to think about the graphics card, all that stuff. So it's a lot to worry about. So anyway, going back to the next thing, controllers. You don't know how many times I've been like hitting this top part right here with each other because you have a headset on. It's so hard to see. So yeah, it's this right here. This doesn't work out. You're constantly gonna hit them. You might hit a wall. Yeah, just to give you an idea of like what you're dealing with right here with the HTC Vive. But overall, like I said before, it's the greatest intro that you can have to virtual reality. I played a couple games on it, VR chat, all that stuff, Beat Saber, everything's perfect with it. This sensor is a little bit weird. You're like, for play space, what I'm gonna call it, it is a little bit weird, and that's something you kind of just have to get used to over time. But yeah, that's kind of just my personal thoughts. So what I would rate it is, it's like I said, it's the perfect intro to VR. At the time, we barely just started getting to that technology, whatever you want to call it. So it's cool. It shows you what you can do with it, games you can play, multiplayer, all that stuff. So I had a great time. Unfortunately, I will have to put you away now that I upgraded to that. So this, I'm sorry, but it's gonna be collecting some dust. I don't know if I can sell it. Maybe I might just do a giveaway, or we'll see what we can do. But just to give you an idea, that's kind of what we're working with. And now we move on to the Meta Quest 3, which I think is the ideal, perfect size. All it does is it comes with the actual like headset, the controllers, and a couple instructions, charger, that's it. Just for scale, that's a Lego brick right there. So you can get an idea on how big it is. So it's pretty tiny. And then once again, the controllers, these right here are super comfy. They fit honestly pretty comfortably in your hand. You're not really hitting each other, that kind of thing. So it's perfect. It works exactly how I intended to. And the fact that it's standalone helps a lot. I believe that they're battery powered. I cannot seem to figure out how to take these out, but as far as I know, I believe they are battery powered. So you can just replace it, AA, I believe. So that's kind of a plus. You don't have to worry about like charging them, whatever it might be. I believe you can get a separate charger. So just a couple things to consider. Once again, let me just get the Lego brick out really quick. That's kind of how big they are. Again, Lego brick to scale. So yeah, that's kind of what we were working with. And now for the actual headset. This right here is so much, way more comfortable to wear compared to the Oculus Quest 3. I guess the biggest con I will say is that the battery life is pretty short. It does last like 2, maybe 3 hours depending on what you're playing, but the fact that you can connect with friends, watch a movie, watch sports, whatever it might be, you can pretty much do a lot of things with it, and like it almost feels like you're playing with them at the same room, that kind of thing. So that alone honestly sold me. Just the hassle of not worrying about cables and all that stuff, it is pretty like just such a big, like, I don't know, stress free that's off your shoulders, that honestly I would say that the upgrade is worth it. Once again, he's a Lego brick for scale. It's on top of it. It is pretty tiny. So that's kind of what you're working with. Now the lens, you can change them as well. I think there's an app that you can like measure exactly on your face, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's kind of some stuff to consider. And also another thing too, the lens itself is also extremely clear. Like I haven't had an issue where like they get blurry or anything. You can actually see everything pretty, what's it called? The detail is like right there to the point where like everything just looks very HD. Like if you're playing VR chat, a couple of games I mentioned, Beat Saber and all that stuff, you don't actually see the individual like pixel grain, whatever you call it. So that's one thing I didn't have like a big concern about with the Vive, is the fact that you can actually see the individual pixel cables, that kind of stuff. It is a hassle to deal with. So if you're thinking about upgrading to virtual reality, or if you want to try something out, I think honestly, other than the price point, the Oculus Quest 3 might be the best place to start, because again, standalone, all that stuff. And then you can also connect this to the PC using Steam Link. And I believe, don't quote me on this because I haven't tried it myself, but I believe you should be able to like connect this thing to this thing only with one cable that attaches to this. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, so far my overall thoughts, I honestly like the upgrade a lot. And like I said before, after 1 month of using it, I really have no complaints other than battery life, sorry. But I do believe you can get an external charger, plug it into the back. So that's just every concern I have, you can upgrade it. So I don't really say that's a con, but if I had to give you my like thoughts right straight out the box, that's kind of where I'm at. So what does this mean for the channel? Moving forward, I would like to get some VR games going. I don't know if it's going to be like VR chat content or random games to try or whatever it might be, but if there's any game that you want me to try, and again, I am going to have to figure out how to like record either the camera or whatever it might be, either record my just face with the like helmet or whatever you call it, headset on, and then you can see the gameplay. That's one way to go about it. But if there's any game you want me to like try reacting to or whatever it might be, let me know in the comment section below. This is just a quick little like review kind of thing I want to make really quick. Nothing really serious, just for fun. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will catch you on the next video. Peace.